Yo, what's that word? What's happening, man? Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time this video may find you. You now rocking with your brother T-Bruh, the black racist atheist humanist. The black racist atheist humanist. Or just call me T-Bruh for short. Man, we gonna just jump right into it, y'all. Uh, last early this week, you know, uh, you know, Pastor Ricky Floyd was killed, was shot and killed, at a bar and restaurant. The brother life was taken from him. You did what I'm saying? Rest in peace. He was well loved. I can tell. I see the outpouring of love all on social media. He wasn't, and I say it was all due respect, he wasn't a Thaddeus Matthews. He wasn't a polarizing figure, for the most part. He was someone who was well loved and well appreciated in his community. And unfortunately, and with all due respect, my condolences to his family and to his congregation, to his friends and associates. But unfortunately, he didn't let that love and let that appreciation prevent him from putting him in a situation where he lost his life. Now, I know a lot of people, when the story first broke, a lot of people they was quick to call him like a Jake led pastor. What you doing at a bar in a restaurant at 1 o'clock in the morning, late night, early morning, however you look at it. You know what I'm saying? But it was too late. Basically, they were saying that type of place at that time was no place for a man of God. Now, I'm not a Christian. I'm not a church guy, so I'm not coming at it from that angle. Also, you have to remember, those places serve food. And there's certain type of food that you can only get at those places that you can't get anywhere else around that time. Like if you want some fried catfish, some fried pan trout, fried chicken, whether you want wings or chicken pieces, you did. You don't want to go to a Waffle House, or you know what I'm saying, you don't want to go to a Denny's. You did what I'm saying. You want to go somewhere a little low key. That's a little hole in the wall spot. Somewhere a little low key where you can get your food and you can just relax. And that's probably what Pastor Floyd was doing. He probably just wanted a certain type of meal, a hot soul food. He must have had a craving for a hot soul food meal. That late in the hour. And he chose to go to this little spot. But, a tragic turn of events ended up taking place otherwise. And pretty much the story is out. At first, everybody was saying this was clearly a case of an affair gone wrong. But as of right now, that narrative has been debunked on both sides. People who know the pastor and people who know the woman, her defense attorneys, the congregation of the pastor, have both stated that Pastor Floyd and the lady you see here, Miss Samantha Marion, had no dealings with each other. This was their first time interacting with each other. And it was just a first encounter that just went crazy. And basically it started, Pastor Floyd got into it with Samantha and her two friends, three women. Now, this is the part where I'm going to start, giving a message. Brothers, you know what I'm saying? Hell, sisters too. But since I'm a man, I know a black man, I know my message gonna resonate more with black men. But anybody can take from this. When you have a certain position, a certain status, certain places you can't be. Now, hear me out now. I'm not coming at it from the standpoint of trying to judge this man on religious expectations. Oh, you a pastor. Pastor, you ain't supposed to be at no bar. I don't care if you just getting something to eat, pastor. You ain't supposed to be there. A man of God ain't. I'm not coming at that. I'm not coming at it from a moral religious point of view. I'm coming at it from a safety, security point of view. I'm looking at safety and security. I'm looking at public relations from that perspective. You see, the thing is, just like when you have a certain lifestyle, you can't mix and mingle in the same spaces you may have mixed and mingled in before. And just to show you that this is not a religious fact, if you're a rapper, if you're a hot rapper, you selling records, man, you going on shows, you going on tour, you got some hot features, man, you can't be going to them little hole in the wall clubs as a popular rapper. Even if you a popular local rapper. Certain places you can't go, man. You can't go to them little dens, hole in the walls, them little dive bars. You can't do that. Cause somebody gonna be hating. Somebody gonna want to take you out. You did what I'm saying? You don't know who you might run into. Hell, if you're a police officer, certain clubs and certain places you can't be hanging out. You got a reputation. And when certain people see you at certain places, they might confront you. They might approach you. And like trip out on you. I get the feeling that this is where the conflict started. Those three women saw Pastor Floyd and probably started fucking with him. I don't know. This not official. I don't have inside information. But just from what I'm hearing, and the fact that they say these people don't know each other, that Samantha didn't know Pastor Floyd, it sounds to me like Samantha and her friends, probably not necessarily her, started fuck with this man. Now they probably didn't mean to fuck with him. They like just, picking at him. They probably just said, "Oh, Pastor Floyd." And he probably was like, "Hey, what's up? I don't want to be bothered." And they took offense to that. You know what I'm saying? And it went crazy from there. And I'm going to say this, y'all. I'm going to say this. Brothers, now I got to talk to my black men for sure on this one. I've been in places. I've been on jobs. And no disrespect to the sisters, this is not a black woman bashing program. But we tell the truth. And the truth has the power to offend and piss off damn near any and everybody. But brothers, if you've been on these jobs, if you've been in school, you've been in classes, you just been out working, black women will sometimes, and they don't even mean, a lot of times they don't even mean to do it, but they have an ability to piss you off. It seems like some of them, especially when you're dealing with a city like Memphis, when you're dealing like a city like Memphis, man, a city like Memphis, they will come up to you and start fucking with you for no reason. They will start talking shit and saying little slick shit for no reason. And sometimes that's their way of being flirty, of being funny. They don't mean, because I ain't gonna lie, I've been like, sometimes where I'll go to a Waffle House and it's a bunch of, women in there working. And you have a woman, and if you know anything about Waffle House, man, sometimes the women working might be high, drunk, and I done been there, man. Motherfuckers start getting fresh with me, you know, talking a little funny with me and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, I ain't even coming for all that, baby. I just came here to get something to eat. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't even on that type of time. You know, you know what I'm saying? And that's probably what it was. They were probably drunk. They was probably high. They saw Pastor Floyd. And like, oh, they go Pastor Floyd. And they probably started fucking with the man. They probably didn't mean for it to go the way they did. And he probably saw it. He wasn't in the mood for the shit. So he started arguing with them. And he grabbing phones and all that kind of shit. And and they like, shit, okay, we gonna record your ass. Them women in Memphis, man, they with the business. They'll get there with you. He turned around, saw a recording, approached her. Shorty had that thing. Like I say, this Memphis. You see, Pastor, he been working against gun violence. He should have known you gotta know what kind of city he in. Women be strapped in Memphis. They strapped everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And these women been killing shit, been laying shit down. They see all these stories about black women being killed, and they internalized it. They personalized it. So now you got brothers who the women starting shit with them, and they getting killed by the women. You know what I'm saying? For just defending and standing up for themselves. This shit crazy. So, and that's why she got the voluntary manslaughter. Because dude realized she probably had, somebody said, man, she got that thing on her, man. But it was already too late. She already had in her mind that she was going to catch a bee. She was going to catch a bee. So when he was backing up, it was too late. She already was on that. Shot him down. But I'm going to tell you brothers, man, don't be arguing with these. I be hearing cats say real men don't argue with women. And when I used to hear that, and sometimes it still is, depending on who's saying it, man, I say, man, that's some simp-ass, cook-ass shit. Real men don't argue with women. Hell, a woman is an adult, you an adult. Y'all don't have a difference in opinion, but even if the person who's saying it is saying it on some simp pandering shit, I understand the truthfulness of that statement. You don't know where it might go when you argue with these women. You don't know where it might go. It's best to walk away. It's best to take that L. Now, there are some exceptions to the rule. You did what I'm saying. But for the most part, especially out in public places, man, don't be arguing with these women, bro. Don't be going back and forth. That shit, you'll probably lose your life. You could very well lose your life. Or you might have to take a life. Because it's only gonna escalate when you arguing with a woman. And hell, shit, arguing with me. I said don't be arguing with anybody, but since this is a male-female situation, that's why I'm particularly talking about women. But don't argue with anybody because you don't know how far people are going to take it. You don't know how far the other person is going to take it. I hate to say it, man. If you're not willing to kill, if you're not willing to die or go to jail, nowadays, it ain't even worth arguing with anybody, bro. But then sometimes you gotta argue, but for the most part, man, walk away and live to see another day. Not live to fight another day. Live to see another day. You dig? There's a reason why this woman is getting voluntary manslaughter and not any kind of murder charge. She don't even got second degree murder. You know what I'm saying? Or third degree murder. She got voluntary manslaughter. You did because they say he was the aggressor. He kicked it off. You did what I'm saying? But you gotta have self-control. And I hate to say it, I don't want to besmirch his reputation. It also had me feeling that Pastor Floyd may have had a little drink in his system because they make it seem from the reports that he just went off. Like he just, you know what I'm saying, just turned up. And that's another thing, man. Y'all brothers gotta leave these substances alone. But I want to just focus on when you dealing with when you mess with these, because I've had women say little smart shit to me. It don't make you a punk. It don't make you a bitch. But you gotta walk away, man. You gotta walk away because you don't know. Because a lot of times when these women get into it, they already got in their mind on who to call to come deal with you. They already got on their mind to call the police. And they already got in their mind say, if this nigga get out of line, I'm going to burn his ass. And that's what Samantha did. That's what Miss Samantha did right here. And now, they just had his church just had the Pursuit of God Transformation Church. They just had their first service without him. You did what I'm saying, without him, you did what I'm saying, with him being dead and gone. They probably had other services where he was out of town pastoring, or they had a guest pastor or something, but he'll never be back. You gotta learn how to walk away, y'all. You gotta think about who needs you. Now his wife, his children or grandchildren, if he had any. Now they're without him. You did what I'm saying. Y'all gotta learn how to walk away, man, because and I'm thinking, because he presided. I heard and read that he presided over Thaddeus Matthews, the cussing pastor's funeral. I wonder is that's why were the women in there were they fucking with him about that? I wonder was there anything political that they were pressing him on? Because if you look into Samantha Marion, if you go her Facebook page is Samantha Inez. She's like a dance instructor. She loves to skate. She seems like she ain't really on no crazy shit. And I'm not being conspiratorial. I'm just saying from what my research, just looking. She's in the Eastern Star. She is a member of the Eastern Stars, the Order of Eastern Star. At least she was claiming that. Of course, that don't have anything to do with this case because, in the black community, especially down south, everybody a part of something, affiliated with something or someone, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. They're just a social, culture down here. But, needless to say, man, this shit could have all been avoided. But man, you gotta know your worth. You gotta know your worth. You gotta know, hey man, this ain't worth it. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? Fuck this shit. Fuck this goofy motherfucker. I'm gone. He was in his car and he was pulling off. He could have kept going. But he decided to turn back around. If he realized how much love, I don't know if he was drunk, but if he could have stopped and thought about how much love and respect and admiration and appreciation he had in the community, man, he like, man, look, even if this shit get out, all I gotta do is hold a press conference. My church gonna still, hell, his church people was defending him now. They were defending him from the get-go. You know what I'm saying? When they were talking about, when everybody thought he was having an affair and everybody was criticizing him for being at a hole in the wall, you know what I'm saying, bar, get something to eat on. And everybody, man, his people was out here for him strong. So they let me know if he would have driven away and someone and they would have posted a video on social media trying to expose him, his people still would be riding for him. But yeah, I'm telling y'all, man, y'all brothers gotta be careful because some of these sisters will start fucking with you and irritate you for no reason, trying to expose you and shit, trying to get a rising off you. Like that dude who played on the Cosby Show. I can't think of his name right now. The cat who played on the Cosby Show. When them two bull daggers, when he was working his shift at Trader Joe's, They took a picture of him and put him on social media and shit trying to expose him, but they ended up helping him. You did what I'm saying. That's how they do, man. They love to fuck with you. Like I say, I've been on jobs. I've been doing this shit all my life, man. At school, jobs and all this shit. At school, you ain't like, bitch, I ain't even trying to holler at you. I ain't lied and said that you kissed me or none of this shit. And yeah, you coming at me fucking with, you coming at me calling me ugly and shit, telling motherfuckers I'm ugly and shit. What the fuck is you on? Like, y'all gotta know how to not let these women get to you, man, to get you out of character. You did what I'm saying. Y'all gotta learn from that, you know. But rest in peace to Pastor Ricky Floyd. Obviously, you'll be missed. You know, my condolences to your family. You know, it shouldn't have been this way. You seem like a righteous brother. Whatever you was doing, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. You was getting something to eat, but you can't. But brothers, you can't be out in certain environments. You got certain status. I know it's restrictive. When you got a certain reputation, you can't be out like that because some people will take that the wrong way and they will confront you and they will trip on you and they will ruin your night and hell, even ruin your life at the point of death. You know, you know, it's sick. It's sick, man. But you know, this shit kind of fucked me up, man, cause that could have been any one of us, man, cause you know, some of these chicks, man, they don't know when to stop. But you gotta be a man enough to stop. He left. It's all could have been avoided, man. Don't let that pride get to you, you know. But hey, like, share, and subscribe, man. T-Bro, man. I'm putting these messages out there trying to say, y'all. You know, I ain't got to attach no religious doctrine to the shit. You know what I'm saying? Just common sense shit. You know what I'm saying? Born with it. You feel what I'm saying? Just rationale and logic, baby. You did. I'm out, y'all.